Hi there, you have Mrs. Woods today, and I'm going to teach the lesson over emotional poetry. Today, we will learn about the elements of emotional poetry. After, I will analyze and a model poem using TPCast. Emotional poetry. Poets can reflect on problems that are universal or worldwide and shared by many. Emotional poetry can push us outside our comfort zones. What are the issues you see in the world around you? Is it the election? Is it coronavirus and COVID-19 all over the place? Is it social justice issues? Is it Dak Prescott breaking his ankle in the Cowboys game? Emotional poetry. Details matter in emotional poetry. Details are more observational and less research-based. It's more on what the author sees around them and what they experience and less what they look up and research. We're going to read a poem by Langston Hughes, who was an observational poet. Some background on him. He was a 20th century poet. He explored social, conscious, and class difference with lyric, beauty, and music. He managed to capture in simple poems the wide range of African American experience, from the horrors of the Jim Crow South to the bebop hustle of Harlem life, and significantly expanded the vocabulary of American poetry. Here's one of his famous poems. I Too, by Langston Hughes. I too sing, America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America. In emotional poetry, poets express themselves and the emotions they have using various forms of figurative language. We went over figurative language 3 weeks ago. Many poems are the study of an individual. It's about themselves, the writer. These poems are designed to help readers understand something about people. It gives insight to a person. I'm going to read you one of my favorite poets, Shel Silverstein. I see that it cut off at the very bottom of the screen, but you'll have a copy of this poem in your OneNote. What If by Shel Silverstein. Last night, while I lay thinking here, some what-ifs crawled inside my ear and pranced and partied all night long and sang their same old what-if song. What if I'm dumb in school? What if they close the swimming pool? What if I get beat up? What if there's poison in my cup? What if I start to cry? What if I get sick and die? What if I flunk that test? What if green hair grows on my chest? What if nobody likes me? What if a bolt of lightning strikes me? What if I don't grow tall? What if my head starts getting smaller? What if the fish won't bite? What if the wind tears up my kite? What if they start a war? What if my parents get divorced? What if the bus is late? What if my teeth won't grow in straight? What if I wear my pants? What if I never learn to dance? Everything seems well, and then the nighttime what-ifs strike again. So we're going to go over the TPCast, which you've learned previously in literature. So let's review it. Title. So when you read your poem, before you read your poem, you're going to take a look at the title. What do the words suggest to you? What do you think the poem is about? Paraphrasing. Write in your own words what happens in the poem. Your paraphrase should have the same number of sentences as the poem. Don't jump to conclusions. Connotation. Any and all poetic devices and how they contribute to the meaning or effect of the poem. Examples of connotation are imagery, figurative language, points of view, sound devices, alliteration, onomatopoeia, and rhyme. Figurative language that we can Remember our similes, metaphors, hyperboles. Those are all examples of figurative language. Not every poem will have every poetic device. Just look for what you can find in the poem you're reading. Attitude. Attitude explores the multiple attitudes that may be present in the poem. Examination of diction, images, and details suggests the speaker's attitude. It's not just one word. You have to think complexity. Shifts. Note shifts in speakers and in attitudes. Keywords. But, yet, however, although, punctuation, stanza division, irony, changes in sound or diction. Not every poem has a shift either. Now go back and look at the title. What new insight does the title provide in understanding the poem? Theme. What is the poem saying about the human experience? What does the poem address? What do you learn about the subjects? I'm sorry, I have a couple typos in here. I'll fix it. Theme is always stated in a complete sentence. Complete sentence. Okay, so now you're going to open up your class notebook, and in your OneNote, under your third 6 weeks tab, you will have an assignment that will have a TPCast graphic organizer for you to fill out using the poem What Ifs by Shel Silverstein. When you've completed the assignment, submit a working link in Canvas.